Just gonna double check the audio, see if it's all good. All right then. Hello, everybody. Welcome to BRL season 15. 15. I'm sorry, I'm season 15, round 4 here at Kota. As you can see by the stream title and by the thumbnail, we have got a sprint here. Hold on a minute. I'm just trying to explain to people about this sprint. Actually, hold on, wait. Blackbone, I might as well explain it to you now. G Betty's starting from the back because he has not done a single race this season. He's not checked in whatsoever. So that is why he's starting from the back. You at least have to do a race here for it to count. We can't sort of put someone in a full-time seat and be like, yep, there you go, immediately up there. For example, people like Small One and Kevin Speaker, actually. Kevin Speaker hasn't got a full-time seat, but for example, the Small One, he just picked a full-time seat up, and he will be on the front row for this sprint race. If you don't know how exactly these sprint races work, it's understandable. We have not done one for a long time. I was still racing, in fact, for a couple of seasons, the last time we actually were doing a sprint race. The one thing I'll very quickly do is just invite DKit. He should be the last person we need in. But yeah, let's go through the grid. And I also had to make a few of this up on the fly here because we have had a few extra reserves check-ins since making the grid. So unfortunately for our Henson, he will be very far down, unfortunately for him. But yeah, we'll go through most of this grid and show you what's going on. Kodoy will be on pole for this race. We'll be having the Small One on the front row. Then I believe, because I've got to make sure I'm checking these all correctly, I then believe it is going to be Jeremy Saf in P3 still. So there's Jeremy Saf. It will then be... it will not be Gabby, because he is a reserve. We don't put reserves up to the top of the field to avoid all the sort of influence on the championship. Blood Diamond will stay P4. Then Thomas W will be here. You can notice here Rose as well, one of the people who have pretty much dominated last season. He is back on the grid. God, where else? Bluebird is next, or should be next. Am I missing some people? Hold on a minute. Let me just make sure of this. Yeah, D-Kit actually is the main one, but yeah, D-Kit will be between these guys. Pablos as well. I've completely forgot about Pablos. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get everyone in here. So Pablos will be in between Jeremy Saf and Blood Diamond, so we'll put him there. So Pablos there, then it will be D-Kit, then Blood Diamond, then Thomas and Bluebird, then it will be our Henson behind Bluebird. It will then be Alex here, and then Blackbone to round off our championship order, along with D-Kit in the middle, roughly here. We'll then be having our reserves. These don't exactly matter where they are, but we are going to have Rose last, just for a bit of fun. So, yeah, we're going to have G Betty first off, that's the one we put there. Then Cia Drama, moving one down. Then we're going to have Gabby there, and then we're going to have Carpillo and Kevis Tika. We're going to just wait for DK here. So I'll just give it 1 second before I show the grid again. Hold on a second. Right. Manuel Neuer, come on, my goat Henson. I do not know who Manuel Neuer is. I do know who Manuel Neuer is, but I don't know who this account is. But whoever you are a big R. Henson fan. So there we go. I'm just making sure D-Kit is still okay here. But this is our grid that I know of. Code Oil Pole, the sword alongside Jerry Saf in P3, Pablos P4. Yeah, then it should be D-Kit's here, and then Blood Diamond. If we don't have any updates for D-Kit, then we will go. He's typing now, so if we get an update saying he can't race, we'll be going immediately. If not, and he actually does want to join in, I'll very quickly come off this and then invite him once again. Restart again, re-enter, still stuck when I try to enter. Let me just confirm the changes for this grid. Um, I'll invite. Hold on. Okay, so you do one more restart. If he doesn't come in, then yeah, we will probably try and maybe get him in for the main race. But if not, yeah, we'll be starting without him for today. Yeah. Right. Anyway, so let's actually just sort of just while we're with DK here, let's just have a look at the standings and whereabouts we'll be going with this so far. Yeah, Blackburn leads by 14 points to Alex, both those two starting on the same row as each other, to my knowledge. Are Henson in P3. If I'm reading this down to you, just so that most of these people that I'm going to be reading out will be starting right next to each other in this field, and the further I go down, the higher they go up on the field. So, yeah, Blackburn, 14 points ahead of Alex, and then 16, no, it's actually, I know, 19 points clear of our Henson in P3, Bluebird in P4, Thomas in P5, Blooddown in P6, D-Kit P7, and Pavlos P8. Quite a lot of these guys have been pretty damn good recently. D-Kit, the main one, I think he's a back-to-back P6 finishes, to my knowledge, so he's done really well for now. Right, D-Kit, if he can't get in now, hold on a minute, just got to make sure people know. Right, we're likely to put this to 10 past, just make sure D-Kit can get himself in. If he can't get himself in, there is no worries. We'll be able to go around, unfortunately. But yeah, right now, that is sort of the top 8 of the driver's standings. Other than that, we've also got all the people are protesting their side already up and everything. Um, oh my god. Yeah, so McLaren as well are leading by quite a lot here in terms of constructor standings, but that can be pretty much overturned. They're leading by 26 points to Racing Bulls. And what's new to Blackburn here is actually another teammate. He has not had a teammate since round 1, so interesting there. He gets typing again, so if we get a response here, then we'll be all okay. Just going to get the message ready. Hurry, hurry, watch. I know, Jay Hawes, we want to watch our Henson. I don't know if D-Kit's going to be able to come here. Okay. Right. Okay, right. D-Kit has pretty much said we can go now. So, we're readying up, everybody. D-Kit, if you are listening, you'll be all okay trying to join in for the race, but you'll be starting for the back. Right. Just give me 1 second then. Also, yeah, yeah, it's very nice to see J Horse. Sorry, I've just sort of glossed over that one, but yeah, hello, J Horse. Hello, hello. God, I do not know who this Babel Noir guy is. Whoever is doing this is incredible. I'd assume probably Hazard. He's probably got time to do this, but he can't be in the sprint. I can guarantee you that. Blackburn here, leading the championship. Yes, Blackbone is leading the championship. He's had 3 P3s in a row. Oh, and it's absolutely chucking it down. Here we go. Here we go. This is exactly what we want to see. This looks like full wet conditions. Oh my. Good luck, especially for the sprint. Oh, yes. The good thing about this, though, as well, is that you will not know what the main race's rain is. So, oh, God. This is going to be fun. For the first sprint we have had, that's what, yeah, I think since season 7. I believe it is. So, yeah, once again, you also do not know what the weather's going to be like for the main race. It could be completely sunny for the main race, or it could be like this again. So what do you do on your setup? What do you do? Is this full wet? Yeah, full wet tyres are on. Some people will risk intermediates here because sometimes the intermediates are actually the better tyre. Kodol's left the session, so we'll try and get it back in immediately. There we go, he's got an invite. Yeah, I'm actually not sure if you could change the setup. Some people actually did raise that as a point. You could technically do it between a sprint and race in real life, so I don't know if you can actually do it in the game. If you can, that'll be a big like lifesaver for these guys, because yeah, this is chucking it down. Have we got anyone inters? We got a few people risking inters. Some people are vets. Here we go then. We go to 5 red lights, and we'll see if those into strat works. Here we go. Deek's finally joined the race, but it's not going to be enough for now. Kodoi on pole, but he's disconnected. The small one should be able to get away immediately here from pole position, and he does. The small one will get into the lead immediately here, and he's already shrieking away quite a lot. And meanwhile, a lot of movement down the back here. We got a Ferrari on the inside there. Bluebird up to P2 potentially, but no, not just yet. It is absolute chaos here, and the small one trying to run away with it. Bluebird has made his way up. It's a second. So many cars are off, and there is a kick salmon going really wide. There's other grass there. It's all chaos when they first try to explore these sorts of conditions. We've got Alex there up to P4 already. Our head's up to P6. Blackman as well right behind him. And meanwhile, Alex trying to go for a move round the outside. Oh, Thomas, is he going to be able to do it here? Maybe just. Thomas a little bit hooked on the tyre there, a little bit forced wide too. That's going to allow Pablos to go through as well. Will Pablos try and go through as well on Alex? Our head's trying to think about a move here. He's going to go to the inside. No, Thomas thinks about a move to the inside. Goes too deep though, and that's going to allow our heads to through. Blackbone maybe could have got through there, but does not. Meanwhile, what are the tyres? Actually, no, what are going to be position changes? Look at some of these position changes. Kodoi obviously has had a good start, but there you go. The small one currently leading the race at the minute. Bluebird in P2, Alex in P3, Pablos and Thomas going for a bit of a fight here. No, Thomas is wide again, and he's lost even more spots this time. And let's have a quick look once again now. Pablos in P4, he's still trying his best to challenge just that little bit up ahead. Oh, meanwhile, we've got Thomas really struggling. I think he's on intermediate tyres. Yes, he is. So this is definitely quite sketchy for the inters if you want to use them. Let's see, CJ Drama on the full wets. He's going to try his best to go around the outside. There's even slightly best contact there, but he's all okay. Rose up into P9. Also, I think on a set of intermediate tyres. And yeah, meanwhile, Bluebird at the minute is caught up to the small one. What tyres is Bluebird on? He's on a set of wets. So it's looking pretty much like here that the wet tyres are better than the intermediate tyres. You normally do not see this sort of weather on the F1 game, and you definitely normally don't see it where the intermediate tyres actually don't have as much grip. The wet tyres are normally very useless on this game. Meanwhile, Thomas still struggling with intermediates. Rose looking to be a bit better on him, looking to be squirming about in that Aston Martin car, and Rose trying his best to get past there, but he's quite wide, and he is probably not going to make that spot up, not yet. Meanwhile, though, I think Alex right here is really liking that first sector, but does drop off a little bit, I think, throughout the rest of the track. Or maybe it's the wet tyres already burning up that tiny bit. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, let's go back to the position changes before we do anything else. Look at this. Obviously, small one gaining a position off of Kodoi as he immediately lagged out, which is a bit unfortunate, but he is back in the race, I hope. I did give him another invite, but I will very quickly do that once again. Yeah, Bluebird up 5 places where he started. He's had a good start. Same with Alex. Pablos 2, having a decent start as long as he's maintained position. But yeah, the hardest part of this will be to try and overtake people once the grid has been a little bit separated. Pablos here, in fact, is holding up a little train between himself, our heads, and Blackbone. Blackbone's trying his best to maybe get past our heads there. Kodoi's finally back in. So he did give an invite right at the start there, but I don't think he saw it, or definitely might not have received it. Meanwhile as well, something's not had a good start either. Jeremy Saff, he's down 10. And I don't know how that's actually happened there, but whatever has happened, it has not been a good omen for his sprint. But to wait and see how it is for the race. Other than that, though, it's looking all pretty good so far. G. Biddy, unfortunately, him losing a couple places. Beaker down at the rear of the pack there, same with Just Cold Pillow. But we're going to go back to the front here as it's looking very close between everyone at the minute. And there you go, the intermediate tyres are the fastest on the track. Blackburn, in fact, is the fastest on the track as Rose makes a move there on CJ Drama. Both of these two are going to run side by side. Maybe those wet tyres are already starting to just burn out a little bit. We see there, Bluebird and the small one, both of them really struggling at the minute. You've got to remember, for only 10 laps in the sprint, you only get points for being in the top 10. If you win the sprint, you get 10 points. If you come second, you get 9, and so on and so forth, all the way down to P10, who only gets 1 point. Meanwhile, though, Bluebird looks to be struggling a little bit here. Alex looks to be trying to think about a move right now, but these conditions are very hard to deal with right now. We're trying to see what's going on at the minute between everyone else, but yeah, the spray as well. It's pretty big for this sort of game. But there you go, look, Rose on the inside there. Thomas, I believe that was, yeah, almost doing that. Just can't put a look at Lord, what a throwback that is. Yeah, he's currently on Xbox at the minute, so that's why his name is a little bit different. But yeah, Rose seeing a drop. Both these two are trying to fight it out at the minute. If you've got a straight line speed advantage, that is great for you in a minute, as long as you keep it on the island. And right now, that is what's happening with Rose. He's got a 6-second gap to the cars ahead, but we'll have to wait and see how he does in the rest of this race. Because remember, there is still, what, 6.5 laps left, realistically? Yeah, pretty much around that. Meanwhile, Kodoy actually dropping back even further. Has he managed to rejoin the race? Oh, no, he's lagging quite a bit. Oh, no, Kodoy. His instant looks to be pretty shambolic at the minute, unfortunately. Meanwhile, the small one out in front looking pretty sketchy there. He's trying to find a decent line through some of these corners where everyone else is sort of stuck in a bit of a train that he's causing with it. Obviously, as well, warnings in this race will be a bit of a big factor. And Bluebird at the minute can't really get past. And Alex at the minute might not be on the right tyre here. And if he is, he's not able to really make the use of it. Henson, though, he might be on the correct tyre by now. He's set the fast lap of the race. Bluebird might try to think about a move here. Small one defence to the inside. Looks all okay in a minute. Bluebird trying to figure out actually about a move around the outside. He's maybe got the grip to do so. Let's have a quick look. Round the outside, Bluebird goes. Both are going to be side by side. Alex is going to try and get involved as well. The small one commits to the inside, and there's probably a little bit of contact going on here, but I think Bluebird has just managed to make it go. Look at the carnage and chaos of all the cars here. We've got 5 or 6 cars immediately right on each other. The small one is unfortunately himself lost out after all of that, but realistically, these two here are faster drivers, and they've managed to make it work. Up into P1 and 2 that they go, and Pablos 2, he'll be trying to look around the small one as the small one goes wide. There's Blackburn, I think, trying to make a move on our Henson. Will he be able to do it, or will he be able to make contact with the Red Bull? It's very close, but he's just managed to avoid it. Our Henson gets right back through him again, and there we go. Alex now, he's got a lot of battery to use. Will he be able to make the move now on Bluebird? Bluebird knows it. He's going to try and go a little bit defensive here, try to make sure Alex knows where he might want to place his car. But right now, it's all okay at the minute. We've got Moose on the inside here. Oh, Henson on the inside. Oh, Pablos, a little bit of contact between the pair of them. And now Blackbone right there as well, trying his best to get past 2. No, I've lost between the pair of them. And Blackbone just manages to get himself ahead there. As Blackbone, in fact, maybe tries to think about move on Pablos. Nothing doing. But yeah, maybe now these wet tyres are actually coming back again. I mean, the small one, unfortunately, for him is losing quite a bit of time right now, but we were not fully expecting him to win this sprint race. He was definitely having a good chance of it, but yeah, when it's now these two out in the front here, Alex and Bluebird, the pair of them fighting. Alex wants to get ahead on them intermediate tyres. Obviously, he thinks somebody faster tyre now. He's going to do his best to. Rose behind them have caught up a massive amount of time there. He's now right on the back of this train. Alex in turn 1. He's maybe just going to get it on Bluebird. Bluebird's trying to stick around the outside. The pair of them drifting about here. And this is news to the small one, because he can just sit back and wait to maybe see if anything's going to happen. That bit is only just not flat out as well, it looks like. So we are really seeing the drivers tested right now. Rose now on the back of these guys too. I mean, there's a pretty clear top 7 right now, but there might be a top 2 just a little bit clear of the rest. The small one here is doing a little bit of a nice train at the minute. Oh, he's quite wide as well. Has been forced cut that corner slightly with that bad line. And Pablos is getting really frustrated behind him. He's trying his best. Bluebird as well, actually, he's made a similar mistake. And there you go. Look, they're really trying to pounce on him right now. Blackbone's to the inside. He's going to maybe only just make the corner. Small one really drifting on their wet tyres. I think they're not the tyres you want to be on anymore, as Bluebird has lost a lot of time on them wets too. Look, you can now see the pattern. The ints are becoming a little bit better in the wets here, as everyone is trying to fight for positions now. Blackbone up into 3rd, Pablos up into 4th, our Henson up into 5th on the intermediate tyres. Small one goes wide again, and unfortunately he's been passed by Rose too, but right now we're pretty much expecting that. Bluebird has lost a lot of time, and he's going to start holding these guys up too. So yeah, I think there's been a little bit of a switch between the start of this race and right now. The intermediates have become the better tyre. And yeah, you can tell half the grid were gambling on it staying on the full wets, but you can see how much they've lost. You can tell by the colours of everyone's tyres here where people should be and where people might not be. And there you go. Hold on a minute. We got 2 penalties at the minute. Pablos and Rose, both of those two with a set of 3-second time penalties. Right now, though, if you were the small one, I think you'd probably just be carrying on in the minute. Even if Thomas catches you, you'll still be getting a decent result. and P8, which would be 3 points to my knowledge. And if it is 3 points, then that is pretty much double what he's already scored this season so far. So, yeah, I'm sure we wanted to do that, though. Meanwhile, yeah, Bluebird, if we look at the fastest lap difference, look at that. 52.2 for Alex out in front. But when you look at the other drivers here, Swore gets free second penalty. He will just be wanting to try and get that thing over the line by now. But you can see the pace difference of some of these cars. Bluebird, the highest running wet tyre runner, 51.7. Rose, 49.0. That's 2.5 seconds quicker than what Bluebird's doing right now. You can see that he's lost another second, in fact, going down that first sector. So, yeah, there you go. Swarman's actually become a bit detached from this train too, and Thomas has caught about a second to him as well. But once again, he's really sticking pace with his teammates Eno Drama, maybe even pulling away slightly, so you can tell that he's still got the pace over a few people. But yeah, the intermediate tyres are just looking the better now, and there you go. Rose to the inside, up into P5 he goes now, and Alex is just breaking away now. I think Bluebird just wants to try and hold on for a free P2 in this race. If he can do that anyways. Blackbone there, look at this, right in the back of him. Will he figure out a move now? Tries to look around the outside. Bluebird has already got the grip though, and there you go. There's a little bit of contact, in fact. Blackbone just manages to get away with damage, I think, and there you go. Pablos to the inside. He's going to make the move there. Blackbone's forced to concede, and there you go. Pablos up into P3. He'll be the next person to try and challenge Bluebird out on the track. Rose trying his best to get a little bit ahead in this race. Henson too, I think, is getting closer and closer to a potential sprint podium here. As long as the other drivers ahead keep fighting like this, he just needs to get past one of these drivers who have not got a penalty. And the one that's most likely, probably Bluebird. As soon as it happens, it's going to be good. And there you go, Rose on the inside of Blackbone. Will these two collide? It's very closely to Paradigm with Blackbone. He's gone deep. He's not got the line that he wants. They're going to go side by side now through turn 2. One has a penalty, the other doesn't. But I think Rose is just getting the better of him. He does in that Williams. He is up now into P4. Bluebird's doing a great job, though, meanwhile, of keeping these wet tyres alive. Henson, though, as I was saying, he's going to be on for a sprint podium. He picks up a free second penalty as well. And now it's just going to be a fight of track position. The only person who's not really doing that at the minute is Bluebird and Blackbone. But Bluebird, obviously, I've said it many times now, he is on the tyres you do not want to be on by now. And there's Henson to the inside. That's too late on the brakes. There's a little bit of contact. He did manage to get ahead of two people, but that is too late. And that has definitely touched Pablos a little bit there. He's let the positions back go again, but he's going to be right on the back there of Blackbone. And there you go, Pablos actually on defensive here as Rose trying to go on the outside of him. Blackbone trying to go to the inside as well. Pablos is just a bit stuck here at a minute, but he's just managed to escape without any damage. Our heads to the outside as well. Blackbone looks to be all okay here, unless our heads can get the traction on the inside here. Can he? Blackbone sliding him out constantly, but I think he is only just going to get the traction here. Blackbone to the inside, our heads to the outside. Lovely set of corners there from all of them, and our heads are now up into P5. So he's still got that chance for that top 3, and I think everyone here has actually still got a good chance to top 3, even if Rose passes Bluebird here. Bluebird, once again, like we said, wrong tyre completely, as Alex out in front is set a 47.7. We've got Bluebird here. Is this going to be the quickest lap for him so far in this race? It's not, but a 50.4. He's currently going 3 seconds a lap slower than the car out in front. There you go. He's just defending to the inside. Rosa, we're going to just quickly turn off the heads-up display there. There you go. To the inside he goes. CA Drama gets penalty. Rose to the outside. He's going to make it work. And he is now up into P2. He's got to bridge a 3-second gap then as soon as possible to Bluebird if he wants that P2 in this race. Remember, though, the sprint result does not matter. They'll be going from last place once again, Rose. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes. But look, he's already streaking out a second here. And there you go. Pablos is trying his best to get past. So that's another penalty, in fact, I think, for Pablos. Yeah, 6 seconds in this race at the minute. So Blackbone, by doing pretty much nothing and just keeping himself clean, might be a very good factor in this race for that sprint podium. He just needs to make sure he doesn't go off the track limits a couple of times. Meanwhile, Cole Pillow in the back actually has fit for a set of intermediates. We'll try and see how his pace is in completely clean air, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Meanwhile, there's Saw one jumping away from Thomas, so once again, he's breaching the gap to Gabby and his teammates. So the clear second fastest runner on these wet tyres, it looks like, but unfortunately for him, he just picked the wrong tyre to start on, and so is a lot of people in this race. You can't fault him for it. Bluebird's doing a great job to hold on to third right now, but I'm sure it'll be short-lived unless he can keep it going, because this track looks like it's just getting a bit drier and drier. You can start seeing that smaller sort of like line everybody uses there. You can start seeing that, not dry, but you can see the lines where the water's finally getting cleared. And now, look at that. Pablos maybe trying to figure out a move to the inside. Doesn't do it. Alex right in front continues to go fastest, but Rose now 6/10 quicker. It might be too late for Rose, especially considering there's only 2 laps left, and there's a 7-second gap plus his penalty. But wherever he's done a very good job to come up to P2 from starting last on this sprint grid. Along with that, though, Alex has done incredibly to bridge that gap when no one else really could get past Bluebird right here. And right now, no one's able to pass Bluebird at the minute. Thomas is going to approach the back of this train soon, and without penalties, he will shoot up as well. But there you go. Look, Rose has bridged the 3-second gap to Bluebird. Bluebird is trying his best once again to hold on. If he can do this right now, he will hold on to P3, and he will be probably quite delighted with that one, all things considered, especially if the race will not rain, because he'll now know never to touch those intermediate or wet tyres once again. But if he knows it's going to rain, I think he'll definitely choose twice. And choose those intermediate tyres. Hamilton still getting the exact run that he wants. Bluebird using his battery in the way that you'd expect, just all down this straight, try and keep it as minimal as possible throughout the rest of the corners. I think this might be how the sprint ends, unless we're going to see some really big sends on this last lap. Remember, it's only for a point extra if you go up one position this race. People have got to remember that one. It's not going to be like the main race where you gain an extra couple points for each position you go up. It's only one. So it depends on how much people want it. And there's Bluebird, a bit struggling there. Pablos to the outside. Has he got the grip for it? Maybe only just going to try to go round the outside here. Has he been able to make it work? Pablos round the outside. What a move from him. Oh, Hens as well to the inside. A little bit of touching with Bluebird there, but he's going to commit to it to the inside now. Surely a little bit early returning for Bluebird. Oh, Henson trying his best to keep the power on. Blackburn as well, waiting in the wings here as Pablos tries to streak away with the penalties that he's got. Blackburn, though, to the inside of Bluebird. Oh, Henson forced to the outside. Blackburn trying to go to the inside, blocked off by Bluebird. Oh, Henson, though, to the outside now. It's a little closer to the pair of them. Thomas, in fact, he's going to get past Blackbone. Oh, Henson just can't make the move there on Bluebird, but Thomas is past Blackbone. So our championship leader has managed to fall quite a few positions here. He might only get about P5 in this race, but he's got to make sure to stick everybody here. As Pablos now, he's got to be using this lap to be absolutely sailing on through. He can take a few warnings if he absolutely has to, as long as he can bridge as much of a gap to Bluebird and everybody else as possible. As long as he doesn't get that next penalty. And now that our heads is going to maybe go and move on Bluebird here. To the inside he goes. Bluebird doing his best to fight. He just cannot, though, with those wet tyres. There was so much better mid-corner grip there for our Henson. And now Thomas is doing his best to get up into a higher grid slot, because this actually is the fight for the podium. Our Henson blocks him off. Thomas to the outside can't do it and gets a 3-second penalty. He might appeal that one, but whatever it is, he is not going to get the result he wants there. And there's Bluebird on the inside of our Henson, and there is a little bit of damage to someone there. Our Henson back down the inside once again, though. Bluebird, I think, he's just had to let that one go, and maybe now there might be a few more moves being trying to be made there. Blackburn to the inside. Thomas now trying to fight on the outside once again. I think Thomas actually was the one who lost a bit of his wing. Yes, it was. It's on the right hand side. I've just completely missed the sprint winner of Alex. He's crossed the line already to win. Rose in P2, Pablos in P3. But will he able to stay there? Because our Henson now trying to do his best. If he gains a 10th on this corner, he can at least go ahead of Pablos by the end of things. But I think Bluebird might just hold on to a sprint podium, and he does. Bluebird P3, Blackburn P4, Pablos P5. Oh, Henson couldn't get ahead of Pablos in the end of it, and Thomas in P7. The small one comes across the line. Even with that penalty, he's with best of the rest of the wet runners here. Obviously, Bluebird really trying to hold him off for as long as possible, but he is P8, scores a few points. Gabby P9, CJ Drama should be our last point scorer unless he's got 6 seconds. I think he's all okay. Blood Diamond to the line, will he get it? No, he will not, unfortunately. Kodo after the disconnect, unfortunately, is going to be P12, but at least he's going to have a bit more control of what's going on around him this time once we head into the race. G. Betty comes across line P13, Beaker and Cole Pillow here. Cole Pillow, in fact, has done a pit stop and caught up to Beaker, so you can tell there it was pretty close to Cold Pillow as he does a bit of a drift across the line. Very chaotic indeed. Yeah, insane stuff. A lot more fun in the wet too. I really hope. I'm sweating so much. You got 28 laps to go, mate. This is only your first 10. But there you go. We're going to quickly go to the results page. Alex wins from ninth on the grid for our sprint. Rose over 16th to second there with the fast lap as well. Bluebird holds on those wet tyres for a sprint podium. Blackbone P4, Pablos P5, and our Henson P6. Thomas P7, the small one P8, Gabby P9. See the drama rounds up the point scorers for the sprint. Blood Diamond P11, G Betty P12, Kodoy P13, Beaker P14, Cold Pillow there P15, Jerry Saff, the only car who DNF'd in this race. I'm not sure what happened to him first off here, but we're going to be immediately heading in to another race. If this is going to be another wet race, we'll have to wait and see. It does not look it. So, we might be having a fully dry race now. We'll have to wait and see. Remember, it's the same sprint grid for the main race. So we'll be having Code Oil pole again. He'll have his second shot at doing good on the race star, and we'll have the small one alongside. So, yeah, right now, though, it only says that it's, not raining. We'll just have to wait and see, Blackbone. We'll have to wait and see. Because if there is going to be rain in this race, it might be later on. We'll have to just wait and see, though, anyway. Yeah, still waiting players here. Let's have a look what tyres people are on here. We've got the grid there. You cannot edit your setups. Interesting stuff there. DK apparently is P0 on the grid. Not sure that one works, but he is P17 on the grid here, so he'll be starting last. So he would have wanted to start fifth in this race, but right now, actually, no, I think it was P6. One of those two. I think it was P5 in the end, actually. But yeah, whatever it is, he's not going to be starting there anymore. He'll be starting at the back as he joined late on. But yeah, the same grid as what we started with. Probably with a little bit less chaos first lap, I hope. But we'll have to wait and see now. And we're going to go to 5 red lights here. Kodoy once again on pole and the Swan alongside. Will it change once again now? Will the small one get a better launch? I think he has, and he's absolutely flown past Kodoy. And Kodoy, in fact, has got a very bad launch. Small one takes the lead. Jeremy Sapp trying to go around the outside. Bluebird once again having a good start on the inside, trying his best to go by. And there you go, look, Pablos immediately trying to go on the inside of the small one here. He can't make it work in a minute, because if he did, that would have been a very easy way to break everything in terms of DRS and all that sort of stuff. But right now, the small one still holds the lead at the minute. Obviously, right now, this is the first lap, so some of these guys will have taken the wet there and Sworn, in fact, already cut the curve a little bit. He's going to be a bit careful of that. And already, there you go, Blackburn as well. Already, 3-second penalty with time, multiple penalties. Incredible stuff. I don't know how he's managed to get that so early on in the race. It's only been a sector, and there's contact potentially with him and Jeremy Sapp. He's lost the rear, and he's been spun round by Blood Diamond. So that is our championship leader. Really in the wars at the minute, but meanwhile we're going to go back up right to the front of the field here. Look at that, Small and Pablos down the inside goes Pablos. He cuts the corner in fact a little bit there. The Small one gets penalty though, which definitely makes sense. We did see him extend the track quite a little bit, but there we go. On the inside he goes. He looks to be all okay still, but now Bluebird being trying to go and move down the inside. The Small one doing his best to get back into the lead of the race. Don't see the traction, he doesn't, but it's a pretty nice effort there from the Swan in the end. I don't know what the yellow flag there was for, but hold on a minute, he's going back to the inside off this corner. This incredible racing at the minute. That is incredible stuff. And the small one's still trying to go to the inside. There's a tiny bit of contact there, but now he's not going to have the best exit in the world. Bluebird now will clear it, but that was an incredible bit of fighting there for the small one. Obviously, someone with not the exact pace to be at the front of the field, but he's still challenging for it anyway. Yeah, brilliant stuff. He's been passed by two people here, Bluebird and Alex, but he's fighting out Thomas now. Thomas, though, got a little bit speed up by him. Hensiger maybe try to make the move on one, maybe two. But I think he's going to back out of that one. There you go. No, Thomas, though, trying to make the move around the outside of my Henson. He can't do that yet. DK apparently has lost 11 places, but he definitely is not. Kodoy's left the session again, though, but DK actually has been up, 7 places? Incredible stuff from him. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see how the rest of this race goes. Will the small one get DRS? I think he just has. Meanwhile, Alex want to go to the inside of Bluebird here. It's very close between the pair of them, but Alex gets a tiny bit better on the traction there. But Bluebird, I think, has actually got that slight bit better straight line speed, in fact. And there you go. He is going to be able to keep himself through in P2 in a minute. Meanwhile, we've got more fighting down the back of the field. There's small one, bit of a lock up there though, and that is going to let our heads by there. Thomas right now try and think of a move to the inside. He's going to do his best. The small one leaves the space, and Thomas now looks to just about made it work. Maybe small one to the inside once again. Nothing very bad actually from either of these drivers. It's very good racing. Small one still trying to keep it ready outside. Thomas loses the back end, and he's just managed to hold it there. A little bit of chaos between the pair of them there as Jeremy Saf and Rose, they both get past, but Jeremy Saf being a very opportunist there and actually let him go. Actually, no, in fact, Rose let him go there because I think it might have been an illegal overtake for him. But now our Hetson is doing his best to stick to the top three. Doesn't have DRS at the minute. We've got even more fighting down the back of the field here. Rose and Thomas, once again, Thomas having that little spin, doing his best. There's a little bit of tie lock and they can't get out of the way of each other here in a minute. But I think that we're just managing to do all right now. Oh, it's close. But Rose just backs out before there might have been contact there. Blackbone, meanwhile, has been all the way down the back of the field here. Has he pit at all? No, he's not. So Kodoi has... Oh, no, there's a glitch with Kodoi's car here. He's going down the back straight. It's saying he's pitted. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Kodoi's car there, but whatever it is, we're going to try and ignore it there. These guys will meet Kodoi's car and be like, what the hell is going on? But whatever it is, Bluebird will be going down the straight. Pebbles will be going down the straight. He'll see the Alpine in a second, I'm sure. He'll be like, what are you doing? Meanwhile, though, Bluebird, look at that. He's going to see a face full of Alpine in the braking zone. A little bit struggling there a little bit, actually, on the traction. But he looks to be okay so far. Any more moves being made down the back of this field? Nothing yet. But we'll have a quick look around in terms of position changes. Oh, and who's that wide? That is a Mercedes wide, a Blood Diamond. And I think, yeah, just Colpello goes through there. Kodoi's back in the pit lane here. I don't know what is going on. He's not serving a penalty or anything. Oh, yellow flag. I think that's Blood Diamond, yeah. And the small one, unfortunately, here. Big time penalty for track limits. Yeah, he's, once again, though, still not done too bad in this race. Once again, he is not the type of person we're thinking to absolutely blast everybody. Blackburn with another 3 seconds. This is an awful race for him. As meanwhile, I think Bloomer may have gone for a scent there, but it's not worked at all. And more moves trying to get made there by DK. He's on the inside. Oh no, he's miles wide as well. What's going on? Are people not able to brake for that first turn? What's happening? Whatever it is, Bluebird and DK looks to have gone really wide. DK is, I mean, meanwhile, yeah, still at P11. He's, once again, still done a great job. Kodoi's car now is just a regular AI going around the circuit, which is very annoying. Probably to most people there. As Blackman's cutting the corner. No, it's actually G Benny, sorry. A bit of force to have it there, as Blackman's already got 6 seconds of penalties here. Yellow flag out there. I don't know who that's for. Is it Jeremy South? No, it's not. Who's it for? I don't know who it was for then. Whoever it was for. Oh, it might be Blood Diamond, in fact. But he's a bit of his wing off now. Meanwhile, though, Pablos has not got any battery. Bluebird has gone to the outside. That looked a bit laggy. Looked like he was going to go completely off the track there. Bluebird, though, trying his best to make a move here on Pablos. He's getting a bit held up now as a small one, if I guess, back past our Henson. So, after all the stuff that's going on at the minute, he's not doing a bad race still. Gabby and Beacon go side by side. There's a little bit of forcing off there between the pair of them, but I think they'll be all okay with that one. Yeah, right. Anyway, we're going to check tyres here. Is Gabby and Kodoi. Well, Kodoi actually shouldn't really matter, but yeah. Gabby is the only driver on hard tyres here. What I'd expect are some of the undercuts to come out here soon. G. Benny picks up penalty as well, meanwhile. But yeah, I'd be expecting... yeah, I wouldn't be expecting a 2-stop here. I'd be expecting a 1-stop. I'd be expecting people to pit around lap 10, lap 11. 4 set hard tyres, that'll be it to the end. As Rose there gets past our Henson and up into P5. He'll be trying his best to catch up to the top 3 ASAP. And for that, he'll need to dispatch of the small one as soon as possible. Bluebird there right at the back, though. He's got a 3-second penalty as well. So some people in this race are really struggling with the track limits. Bluebird, one of our top drivers. Blackbird, one of our top drivers. Pillow has led the session, apparently. So we'll try and get back in a second. Let's make sure here. Pillow Putter, there we go. I've given him an invite, so hopefully you'll be able to see that one. But yeah, right. Now, let's have a quick look here. As Pablos has finally got some battery to his name. And I think Alex here, unfortunately for him, he would have probably thought he could change setups, but I think he's lacking a lot of straight line speed. I think Pablos has got the same issue here as Bluebird to the inside just doesn't make contact with him. And there is Rose now past the small one. He's up into P4. And I think now, if he has got dry level wings on, we're talking wings in about the 30s. And I think Bluebird is one of those to actually have that. I think Pablos and Taj here, I think, well, Alex, I keep saying Taj, but yeah, it's Alex here. But yeah, I think these two have got very high wings. I don't think Rose has, at least to my knowledge, and I believe the small one, it doesn't look like he has either. That's how he's sticking with some of these people. Maybe our Henson, in fact, also had a bit of a high wing setup on, because to be passed again by the small one is a bit of an interesting one there. And in fact, he can't really break away either from other people at the minute. I mean, Thomas, I think he was probably on the dry setup, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, we'll have to just keep watching the race, just seeing how people go on some of these straights. Bluebird, though, I think in a minute is really struggling with that dirty air. You can see the difference as well in wings there as Alex massively closed up through Sector 1, but he just can't really do anything through his second sector unless he's got an insane bit of overseed. He can make a move, but it probably won't matter by the end of the straight. Beaker there gets a free time penalty by the end of things. Pavlos has got about the same sort of battery as Bluebird, but then let's have a look at this straight line speed. Let's have a look. Here we go. Bluebird might go to the inside now. He's going to go for it. To the inside. There's a little bit of contact between the pair of them, I think, there is a bit of ghosting. But, yeah, Pablos is still holding on to the lead. I don't know what Bluebird's seeing, because it definitely looked like he was going inside his car. So if it is, then I hope it's not massively impacting like how he's actually seeing the race, because otherwise that would not be a very fun thing to try and judge. I mean, you know, we're seeing it live here on the commentary that it's not really Abel's fault. It's just that it's sort of merging the cars together. We've got no idea what's happening. But anyway, D-Kit there, while we were just talking about that, has moved up into P10. He'll be trying to make a move now on G. Benny, potentially Jerry Stuff ahead as well. We can keep that going. But yeah, right now, Bluebird has got much battery to his name, in fact. He's maybe a little bit threatened, in fact, by Taji. He's probably noticed how quick he is down some of these corners. So he's got to make sure that at least some of what he's doing is pushing. Can't just be sat behind Pablos the whole time and just think it's all okay. And in fact, Pablos here maybe slowing him up a little bit as Alex is getting closer. Rose especially is getting quite close. The Swan is trying his best to close up once again too. Henson behind here. Don't think he's actually able to make a move just yet. Sort of sitting around that 7th to 8th, 10th range at the minute. But yeah, once again, we'll have a look. Alex, let's have a look out of this corner. We'll just have a look where he's going. He's just about, let's say, half a second. Half a second behind here. Let's see. He'll probably get past by Rose, in fact. Here's Rose, look at that. To the left of him. Miles better straight line speed. And there you go. Bluebird getting closer and closer. That's about half a second. That's not the sort of gap that you see getting eroded so quickly in one DRS straight, especially on this game. You never normally see that sort of straight line speed, like massive sort of overhaul, I guess, compared to the other people. But yeah, Bluebird's struggling a little bit on the rears now as he's trying his best to defend by people. CA Drama and Blackburn as well. Look like they're all swapping places a little bit there. But yeah, let's actually just confirm. Has anyone actually said about their setups changing or not? Let's have a quick look. Ooh, bit unfortunate, someone like Alex. My suspicions are a bit correct here. Obviously, we've seen. Oh no, G. Benny. G. Benny's half span. As I was saying all that, and D gets a free penalty after also looking at that one there. Yeah, G. Benny. No, sorry, G. Benny. Alex there has said that he's stuck on 50-48 wings. And remember, I said wings would be in the 30s here, so that is a big straight line speed deficit already for him. I don't know if Cole Pillow needs a ribeye. Someone was actually in the pit lane. I'll invite Pillow again. Oh no, he's not online anymore. Got this inside gone off. No worries. Cole Pillow, that should be all okay. Meanwhile, though, I think once the tyre wear started to kick in here, Pablos is gaining quite a bit with that low downforce setup. I mean, obviously he will be, but look, he's actually in fact out of a second here, and Rose is going to be under putting Bluebird under a lot of pressure now. He's got a bit more battery, in fact. Van der Ferrari, what do you think about move to the inside now? He's going to try it. To the inside he goes. Bluebird will leave in the space, but he's not going to be able to fight that one, unfortunately, Bluebird. And he is now down to P3 as Rose is up. into P2. The small one as well, still dropping off as much as I'd have thought. And, actually, is that a 3 wide moment there? Was it a 3 wide moment? Yeah, it was. Gabby miles out of track limits there. Not sure what was going on. But Blackbo does make the double move at the end of it and goes up into P10. His sights are now set on D-Kits ahead of him. Jeremy Sapp as well. Not in the best race at the minute, but he is in P8. Thomas as well. So in a bit of no man's land, but he's trying to catch up now to Henson, and he's done just that. He's going to be fighting these two soon enough. And then we have our top 4 train, Pablos, Rose, Bluebird, and Alex. And I think right now it's good for Blackbone that Alex is 4th in this train, and the fact that he's got those really high wings of this car, because otherwise, Blackbone will be really, really kicking himself over the mistakes he's been making at the start of this race. Meanwhile, though, not so much going on at the minute. I wouldn't expect a pit stop this soon. I know Conroy's AI did, I know G. Benny has as well, but G. Benny's committed to the 2 stop no matter what. We can tell you that one for sure. The Sworn, though, unfortunately for him, picks up another 3-second penalty. But right now, that puts him around P8, so he's still not done too bad. Oh god, no, he's on 9 seconds. Oh, Lord. Oh, never mind. I thought it was 6 seconds. Oh, no. Unfortunate for him. But meanwhile, though, Rose from the back of the grid, is he going to take the lead of this race by lap 9? Rose in the lead of this race from what is basically last place. Incredible stuff from him. We've had pretty much last to first, and we've had first to last in the same race. I mean, that's something against Conroy to say I disconnected, but still. Yeah. Very unfortunate for him and for Colpillo. But yeah, now it's all reliant on Rose's pace here. He's been trying to bridge as much of a gap as possible this lap and then potentially pit. That's what I think he should be doing. He should try and bridge everything in this first sector if he can. And there you go, look, Thomas, in fact, actually in the pit lane. So I said no one should be exactly pitting into lap 9. Depending on the tyres he goes on will tell us quite a lot. If he goes to hards, it'll be an interesting call. And he does go to hards, in fact. So Thomas could make this to the end of the race. I definitely think he could. But I think mainly this is going to be trying to put our heads in the small under pressure. Yellow flag out there. And I think that's Beaker. With a bit of a spin. I don't know if he's got any damage to that car. He looks to be all okay. So we'll wait to see how that goes. Meanwhile, G. Benny fastest lap. That's a word I never. Those are some words I thought I'd actually say. Best to break the DRS window. But here you go. This would be the telling thing. Alex with DRS. Bluebird's actually not even deploying it at the minute. Look, he's still not got an insane straight line speed advantage. But Alex now, to the inside, he's going to make movement to P3. He is. And he's done it pretty well. Now, Rosie's out of DRS. Will this bait Pablos into that pit stop now? Or will he pit one lap later? We'll have to wait and see. Or Rose might be thinking it again. Maybe Pablos is thinking that, and then Rose thinks, you know what? I'll dive in myself. He might be thinking that I might carry on for one more lap. No, I'll dive in. I've just broken DRS, and I'm going to go away and go on to my new set of tyres. Let's go. Pablos, he doesn't decide to pit. None of these guys have decided to pit. Interesting stuff. So they probably want to stick with their DRS if they can. Bluebird does. The small one into the pit lane. I know he definitely hit the wall when he did this before in practice, but he is all okay. This should be as well hard tyres to the end. Like we're seeing with Thomas, but I think Thomas here now, his yellow flag out there is that, Beaker, unfortunate. Once again, just really struggling out there on the track. Small one to the hard tyres. Thomas should be by here. His teammate as well, CJ Drama, is going for it. And there you go, the Swan on the inside now. There you go, there's Thomas to the outside. Swan's going to try to actually stop for turn 1. But there you go, look, he has been undercut there by Thomas. And Thomas, obviously, as well, has got those warm tyres on now. So, the small one's best bet is to try and stick in DRS, even if he gets him a warning. Because if he can do that, that should be able to carry him quite a lot in this race right now. This could be the hardest one to do it, though. Sector 1, where your tyres are still cold. As Beaker retires, essentially, that is a full-course safety car. That has ruined the strategy for some people out there. Thomas, the small one specifically, have been pretty much ruined by everything there. It's been a bit of a blessing for Blackbone, though. He was struggling out there, but he's managed to hold it out on those medium tyres. He is going to gain massively. Henson, another person, going to gain massively as well, especially without a penalty so far. And obviously, the big gainers are top three right now. The only person who might not have gained is Rose. He had a bit of a gap to Pablos, but now that is going to get eroded. But he's going to be also at the head of the field on a safety car restart. So it's going to be swings and roundabouts for him, but he is going to at least have a free pit stop here now. Into the pit lane, he will go. It's a little bit laggy for some reason. I don't know if that's just my internet or what, but yeah, whatever it is, that's what's happening. Hopefully, nobody tries to speed into the pit lane here. That'd be the worst thing that's going to happen. But I will be incredibly shocked if no one pits under this safety car who's already on those medium tyres. If you don't, I have no idea what you're doing. But yeah, anyway, pits. Everyone in the pit lane here, changing their tyres. Gabby, in fact, as well. This is an unfortunate one. He was on hard tyres, but now he's a bit stuck on what to do. If I was him, if he has got a fresh set of hard tyres, pit onto a set of mediums and immediately pit again to another set of those hard tyres that he probably has in his disposal, and he will be all good for that. Now, meanwhile, oh no, wait, no, Alex out. Alex, what's happened? Has he crashed? I think he has. Alex out. Yeah, Alex out to the left. Is he crashed? He's out. What in God's name's happened? I wasn't even looking. He's not retired on track, Sam. What? What the hell just happened? Okay, well, never mind. That is to be absolute just jubilation for Blackbone. That is the only way I think I could say it. He's not had a good race so far. But yeah, it is it's been a tough one for him, and right now he's been lent an absolute lifeline in this race. But he can tell now, look, he's even having a little bit of a weave down this straight there. Blackbone, if you can hear me, and if you're happy, give yourself a bit of a weave, mate, because I don't know what happened. I literally have got no idea what's just happened. Yeah, mate, if you're happy, give it. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a weave on him. There you go. He's happy in this race right now. He's really happy. He's so happy. My God. Yeah. He's got to make sure to get track limit warning there. But yeah, he's still got to make up positions though anyway for P9 because this is a golden chance now for him. He's got 6 seconds worth of penalties, but he knows what his pace is like, and there is a reason why he's been on those 3 P2 streaks this season. I don't think he'll be able to get on this race with a 6-second penalty, but whatever it is, yeah, I think he's just going to be damn happy that Alex is out of the race. Alex, Ty's disappeared on me. I don't know what happened. What happened? I'm just going to ask him, what the hell happened? Yeah, I've got no idea. Anyway, though, Gabby, should he come into the pit lane here for a set of hard tyres? No. So Gabby might be doing a 2-stop here, which will be interesting to see, because he will not be able to take mediums this long, surely. I mean, some people have taken him probably to about 13 laps, so maybe if the safety car ends at the perfect time for him, then maybe he could do it. Yeah, I literally got no idea what the hell happened. But right now, some people who are on for a good result are Henson. That is the one I'm looking at mainly here. Bluebird ahead of him has got a 3-second penalty, and he's been sticking with him decently throughout most of this race there. Bluebird now should have a 3-1 stop to the end, but so with everybody else. But yeah, Thomas as well. Another person who's got a good chance of a good result here. He has actually had 2 or 3 driving days this season, in fact. So he's got a good chance as well of getting good results. See a drama hitting to a set of mediums, interestingly. I don't think that is the play for him to do, but he's doing it anyway. Unfortunately, with some people, though, I think that is Blood Diamond. Yeah. Anyone Blood Diamond or below is unfortunately getting caught up with Kodoi's lap car, who I think has actually been lapped twice. Embarrassingly. He's still behind Alex's car there, so I don't know. He said I spun right, and as I went to rejoin the track, my tyre just went. Weren't on his car, probably lag or something. So, yeah, I no idea what happened, but whatever it is, yeah, Alex is out. I mean, he's still ahead right now at Codeway. He can at least give himself that one. But yeah, I'd assume the safety car here will be in this lap soon enough. I think as soon as the driver into sector 3, or at least gets a little bit closer to the train here, then it should be in by the end of this lap. If he is a bit smart, he would want to have it carry on for that extra lap, but no, there you go. He's caught up enough now. The game has triggered it. Safety car in this lap. Rose has to adhere to that 50-mile-an-hour speed limit minimum here. I know occasionally you get a little bit limited on the throttle, but yeah, as long as you can do that, then that is perfectly fine by everybody here. Now the question is, when will Rose go right now? Will he leave it to beyond the final? Because he's going up to third gear. He's gone now, and there you go. He's dropped the pin. Pablos has got it pretty close, though. Bluebird as well has got it quite good. Oh, Hens has got it good. I think everyone's got a pretty good restart here. And I think a few legal overtakes probably been made there because it's been happening before the line. But everything seems to be okay there. D-Kit and Blackbone having a go at each other. D-Kit a little bit wide, but I think Blackbone will try his best now to go to the inside and make that one work. No, D-Kit actually still stays ahead for now. The top three here obviously got pace advantage now to the rest of the field. Maybe other than Blackbone, obviously. Potentially our Henson as well. I mean, I discount our Henson now quite a lot in terms of pace. But once again, there is a reason why he's this high up in the championship. He's got 48 points in 3 races, a best result of 4th. That's looking to come true again, as long as he can keep it clean in this race. And he's actually, in fact, streaking away a bit from Thomas here. Obviously, Thomas, a little bit of usage on those tyres already in this race. Meanwhile, though, Rose and Pablos and Bluebird, all these guys out in front of the field here. Bluebird trying to make it... My God, sorry. Bluebird trying to make a move there on Pablo 7. Nothing doing at the minute. Something I will check, though, is Bloodbound and G. Benny are fighting. I think they're all okay. Right, let's have a quick check of some things here. No moves are being made on people. If there's going to be some massive incident now, I'm sorry. But, yeah. Rose, 2 warnings on lap 1. Are they track limit ones? Rose, definitely one of them has been. There has been 2. So, Rose with 2 track limit penalties. Invalidated a lap time for Pablos there, and a warning on lap 11, so I'm not too sure, but I'd assume they will be. Unlike with Bluebird here, I think he's going to have one more warning to a penalty. Hence, I think it's his first warning on that lap. Thomas as well, 2 warnings here. So yeah, we're just having a check at the top 5, mainly, seeing how they're all going in a minute. But right now, the only person who's got a penalty in the top 5 is Bluebird, and he might be on his way to another one if he extends the track again, at least by the way it looks in his race director. Henson doing his best to stick with him. If he can stick with him, this will be Henson's first podium in a little while. I'm not too sure when his last podium would have been. In terms of wins, it would be his first one in a while. If all of a sudden everyone ahead of him got penalties. I mean, Rose is actually quite close to one. Pablos as well. He might be. We don't know what his other warning was for, but he might be close to one too. Blue one obviously on 3 seconds as well, but it might be a bit too early to talk about our Henson's win. But, you know, I mean, it's still something to at least consider here, because if those guys have got 2 warnings, our Henson only with 1, and he's still keeping pace of it, then it's... Ooh, what happens to Gabby? Gabby, wide there, and also a bit of wing damage. I don't know what happened in the slightest there. I think Blackburn made a move on D-Kit pretty normally. I think Sia John was behind, so no idea what happened. Maybe he got caught out a bit on the braking or just rear locked. Whatever it is, that's him into the wall. And I just don't know why. I've got no idea. Meanwhile, though, this is exactly what I was talking about here. As there you go. There you go. Pablos, his second warning was a track limit one, and this is exactly what I'm trying to say now. If Rose extends the track again, our Henson is theoretically in the lead of this race if it ended right there. This is all I'm trying to say now, is basically as long as he can keep in this sort of little train at the minute, and if everybody else up here gets 3 penalties, he's got a chance. Right now, he's on P2. I mean, once again, he just needs to keep in that 1 second window, because I'm mainly explaining this to people because it is important. I said the same thing with Bluebird here. Bluebird in Baku, that was his first race win. Remember, season 2. That was incredible stuff. I mean, to look at that, like, season 2 was so long ago that I think there was probably like 3 drivers here that were racing at the time. I'm going to say Bluebird and Henson. Those were the main 2. potentially Pablos, but I don't think so. But that's it. That's it on this grid. At least all the people racing that is it. I mean, myself as well, but, you know, obviously I'm now up here commentating the race, streaming it to everybody here. So a whopping 2 people, apparently. So that's brilliant. Meanwhile, though, Blood Diamond and G. Benny are continuing to fight at the minute. Blood Diamond a little bit deep there, a little bit of a bad exit too, has turned out of it there. Oh, Dr. G. Benny there. A little bit of contact with him on the rear, but everything looks to be okay in a minute. I had some dropping off though just a little bit as I was talking about him maybe having a win, but no, honestly, realistically, he just needs to run his own race. He's still happy. I'm sure of it. He's still happy with P4 as Alex Obsession there now. Rose with the fast lap of the race as well, so you can definitely see they're trying to stretch their legs out in front and make it a bit of a 3-horse race up there. Yeah, but not so much else actually to commentate on a minute. I mean, the small one, Jerry Saff and Blackbone, all these guys in a little bit of a kerfuffle with each other at the minute, as the small one is like sometimes gaining on Thomas and it's sometimes losing. It's a bit weird. He's sort of gaining in some sectors, losing in others, but whatever it is, he's doing his best out there, and he's currently in P6, but with 9 seconds worth of penalties. He'll be dropping down quite a bit, probably to about P10 there. Meanwhile, though, Henson out of DRS now. I think he'll be hoping for some lovely bit of fighting out in the front here, as Rose still clear of Pablos. If there is any chance for him to get back into it, it'll be with Bluebird and Pablos fighting, or with Rose getting a free penalty, or with Pablos sending one down the inside of Rose. Meanwhile, though, Jimmy Staff has done exactly that to the small one. Blackman trying to think about a move. He can't do it just yet. Although, actually, the small one is kind of pushing Jerry Saff here through the corner. Blackburn as well, all a bit of contact between the pair of them, but they are all okay. Probably the small one didn't expect to see him. Just that tiny bit on the inside of him, and there you go, though. While I was saying all this stuff, if Henson would have stuck in the DRS for a bit, there you go. He's on free second penalty now. But yeah, this is what I was basically going to say. Is like, if he stuck in that DRS, he'd have been very good. If not, though, you can tell these guys are rapid compared to everybody else here. Rose as well. Remember, this is not the previous season where he was a full-time driver. This one is where he's a reserve in a minute. And the small one round the outside. Can he make it stick? Oh, tiny bit of contact between him and Jeremy Saff. But small one very wide. So I don't think there was really anything Jeremy Saff could complain about there. But both of them two still fighting out proper as Blackburn still sits behind. I mean, the one good thing about the small one, though, actually, I've been saying a lot about him this race, but he's done brilliantly. Oh, actually, hold on a minute. Jerry Saffing's made a mistake. Yeah, Blackburn now passed. I was going to say about the small one that, like, even with all these penalties, he's still going to go back down, which is, you know, lovely to see, because some of these drivers you might think are a bit faster than him, but he's trying to prove his worth out here, and it's brilliant to see. Meanwhile, though, actually, hold on a minute. I'm going to switch to the front of the field. Bluebird can't make the move just yet, but the small one might get past here now by Blackburn. Blackburn up into P6. D-Kit as well gets past Jerry Saff there. Will the Sauber CJ Jobber get past? There's a little bit of movement on the braking there. A little bit of contact as well between the pair of them. I'm not sure what's going on, but whatever it is, I think Jerry Saff is really struggling out there. Oh no, they're tyre locked. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh that's unfortunate. No one can actually do anything when you're really tyre locked. It's really unfortunate. Like, there's nothing you could do. Meanwhile, a load of people just got penalties there. Hold on a minute. Blood Diamond got a penalty. Pablos with another penalty as well. And Thomas also catching. I'm so sorry, though. That was a bit funny between CJ Drama and Jeremy Saff. It's unfortunate, though, because you look at it and you know there's nothing that you could do. The best thing I found is to brake and then turn the opposite direction. Those two things in a row normally will get you out of tyre locks. However, I know a lot of people try not to do that there because otherwise, they lose out of position. So, yeah. Unfortunately, Jerry Saff out again. But this one was just unfortunate. That was just... Yeah, it was pretty... Yeah, I don't know what to say much else about that, really. It was just not... It was just unlucky. And meanwhile, though, at least, Pablos and Rose, both of those two, looking to break away a tiny bit here from Bluebird. Neither of them, actually, though, Pablos and Bluebird, have actually got much battery, and neither has Rose as well. Obviously, all these guys can keep their tyres to the end of this race. They all can do that. But Henson at the minute, 3 second penalty. He is looking for a minute. Sorry, I thought just got Miller was still in the race there, but no, he's not. What's the yellow flag for? Oh, it's Jeremy Sapp's car. Never mind, ignore me. But there you go. Look, I think one bit of dust earlier in terms of DRS. Another was about to bite the dust, but has just managed to save himself in the nick of time. But he's just a bit more ERS than he'd like to there, Bluebird. He'd still be happy once again with a top 3. And in all fairness, he is going to have a pretty nice result here too. When you look at it, you've got to remember that he is P4 in this Drivers' Championship, and he's only a couple of points with Mark Henson. Right now, as it stands, he is going to usurp our Henson by a point. He will go ahead of Alex as well, and he will be 6 points closer to Blackbone. So, yeah, whatever it is, Blue will go, I think, from 23 points to 17, to my knowledge, of everything that's going on at the minute. Ahead, or closer to the championship lead. There you go. And he will be up to P2 as it stands. He'll be taking that away from Alex at the minute. It was our Henson the previous round, but it's Alex at the minute. Unfortunately for him, he DNF'd from this race, and yes, I'm not sure how. That's some weird thing here. It's all Gabby. Unfortunate stuff again. He's had a bit of a shocker race too, but you know, as long as you can keep trying and see what you can maybe do, that's all we can really hope for. That's about it, really. But yeah, meanwhile, CD Drama and Blood Diamond, both of these two, still going at it, which is pretty funny because I feel like I've seen these guys involved in constant little loop of incidents, I feel like, and actually, maybe that explains it there. Look, Blood Diamond carrying damage on his car. I don't know when he's got that. But whenever he did, he's not helping him out in this race in the slightest. Our Henson, though, now getting a little bit pressurised here by Thomas. Blackbone as well, closing up slowly but surely to him as well, but with 6 second penalties. I'm not sure how much of a pressure Blackbone can make in terms of how intimidating he can be, unless some of those penalties get removed post-race. Have to wait and see. Meanwhile, though, after everything I was saying, the Swan just sort of in his own world at the minute. He will currently get passed by D-Kit for P8, but yeah, he's pretty much not doing much at the minute. D-Kit as well. Didn't even start the sprint race, mind you. I think he did get a setup on for this race. But yeah, he's had a good result as well right now, currently in P8, and he looks like he'll stay P8, despite 6 seconds worth of penalties. He's had a good result. Thomas as well. Another great result from him if he can hold on to this P4 finish. Once again, 2 driving days for him. He's had a P3 as well beforehand. Let's actually check his previous results here. He's had a P3 in Imola. Baku, unfortunately for him, he DNF'd. But he had a P4 in Barcelona, so he is definitely a good driver in this race. And there you go. He's gone to the inside of Henson, but I think that's a little bit rude from Thomas. However, I think he should be all okay with that one, though. I think our Henson might know now that he's got that 3 second penalty anyway. He might try and give a report on that one, but if he falls more than 2 seconds back, I don't think it's going to matter to the end of this race. But yeah, I mean, speaking of the end of this race, it's coming quite quickly, in fact. It's only about 7 or so laps left. I mean, the sprint took quite a long time. We normally be finished by this point, I feel like. But no, we got another 6 laps. There we go, yeah, 6 laps. As Pablos now, actually, in fact, sorry, I didn't even notice this. He's been put out of DRS. Bluebird sliding his way into action, and he's been trying to figure out a move past Pablos, probably just in case that 3 second penalty extra that he has is legitimate. Well, it isn't legitimate, sorry, like, just to make sure that he can solidify P2 in this race. Meanwhile, though, Thomas can't really break our Henson out of his DRS at the minute. He's still just lurking behind there in the Haas. Blackbone 2 lurking behind our Henson, ready to make his moves. But once again, 6 seconds worth of penalties. Potentially he's able to do something, but we'll have to wait and see once again. It's my favourite phrase recently, I think, wait and see, because a lot of this stuff has been pretty unpredictable. I mean, it was a nice sprint race. Alex DNFing is another big one as well. Definitely didn't expect that one, because I wasn't even on board with thinking, like, be all okay. But meanwhile, though, Thomas and our Henson side by side. Our Henson to the outside and tyre locking again, though it's a little bit careful between the pair of them, though. And Thomas to the outside tries to hit the power down on Zara Henson, and he's just managed to. Thomas back to the inside, though. He just doesn't make contact with the rear tyre of Henson's Haas there. But Blackbone's still frustratingly for him. Can't make a move right now. And yeah, I mean, Rose out in front, though. What's that? 10 up on hards, 11 up on hards. I set the fast lap of the race. So it's like he's getting back into the groove of things again. You know, he said to us, "Oh, it's Bluebird there, trying to go to the inside and fakes it back to the outside. Nothing going there." He did say to us, though, this is the first time he's been racing on this game in quite a while. He's sort of shifted his focus a bit to Gran Turismo 7 and maybe GT3 cars, in fact, as well. So, yeah, he's sort of a bit of a nice return here, but you can tell he's still got it. He's still out in front. He still leads by 3 seconds. He knows what he's doing still. And yeah, it looks exactly like the Rose that we had from some of those races like Las Vegas, where he was picking through the field one by one and managed to take the win in the end of things. But yeah, especially I want to say as well, he had 2 warnings up one, hasn't got a single one since. Thomas as well. He's been good on warnings as well. Meanwhile, though, we're going to quickly check. Back to the fight at the front here. Pavlos and Bluebird. Pavlos to the inside. I don't think he's been able to break late enough, though. Bluebird up into P2. And if he can keep it there for the rest of this race, he'll be damn happy with that. But he might not be able to keep it, though, in a minute. As it's sitting outside goes Pavlos. Meanwhile, Henson and Thomas, both of them are fighting in a minute. I think Henson just goes through. Pavlos might get the traction here. He is going to get the traction. Round the outside, Pavlos goes. He can't make a move just right now, but he's going to maybe try and think about a move back to the inside. Surely there's no place for him there, but might he go for a switchback? No. Oh, it's Bluebird, though. Never mind, he gets a penalty for the track limits. Whatever's going on here, I don't know, but Bluebird's been pushed wide. So, whatever's happened, I don't know what has happened, but whatever has happened, look at that, Bluebird lagging about all over the place. I don't know what is going on. But he is now going to have to actually make that move. Whatever's happened now, he's going to have to actually make it, unless that things reported as a sort of issue. I don't know what was going on there, but it looks like Bluebird's car just ghosted once again. It's just sort of getting pushed in the way where he doesn't want it to get pushed. It just sort of happens, and there's no actual feeling behind the person who's actually pushing it. Like Pavlos, for example, we'll just see a ghost car slowly swerving away from the track. That is some things that happen sometimes. So you look at the other person, and you see them getting pushed off massively, and it's like, how is this fair? It's because, unfortunately, you ghosted, and it's not really their fault either. They can't really suddenly stop most of the time, so they've got no feeling of you being there. But anyway, enough about that. We can now look at their second part of fighting here. It's just pretty much the exact replica, but I think Pavlos now knows he can't fight this, and he wants that extra battery to use. Maybe he wants to do a little bit of fighting later on. Henson moves back to the inside. There is Thomas on the inside. Sorry, there's a little bit of contact, in fact. Henson is a bit wide. Maybe a little bit blindsided by how early Thomas was braking. And there you go, Henson now fighting Blackbone with a drift. That's not going to give him any sort of good in this race. And there you go, he's back to P6, waiting once again for a move to be made. And, yeah, I mean, meanwhile, not so much else is going on. The small one and D-Kit, they're getting a little bit closer together here. I don't know what D-Kit's warnings are here. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, warnings. I'm not sure what the penalties actually happened, though, so I'd assume 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. But if I say that, that doesn't make any sense because he's out 6 seconds. So, yeah, I've got no idea what D-Kit's warnings are, but let's just say that he's a couple of warnings away from penalties still in this race. So, whatever it is, I think in a minute someone needs to sort of extract a bit more pace if he has got it in the locker, and then he might be able to clear D-Kits. Which is a bit more interesting things to talk about with it, is I guess CJ Drama kept it clean out there for most of this race. Obviously had that spin with Jeremy Saff, but I couldn't even tell you what was even happening there. It was just constant tyre locking and no one could do anything about it. It's a big shame, but right now he is still on track for P9, CJ Drama, so he can still be happy with himself for that one. Meanwhile, though, Pavlos with DRS, so I suppose sort of brutalised by the British passport, right? Meanwhile, though, anyway, Gabby's just fast slap on a set of soft tyres. Pavlos, meanwhile, was getting past Bluebird. Henson back to the outside of Thomas. A pair of them really close racing, but I think Henson will just get the move done. However, he's gone too deep. He's gone way too deep. And there you go, Thomas back on the inside of him. He makes the move stick. Our Henson, though, still P5 at the minute. Trying his best to get past Thomas. Obviously, trying to force Thomas into some mistake here because let's have a quick look. Has he got any more warnings since? No, so I'd assume that Thomas's 2 warnings there were actually trying to make warnings. He's trying to keep it careful in this race. Meanwhile, Bluebird and Pablos, both of those two going quite close to each other once again. Our Henson getting closer once again to Thomas. No move's going to get made here. His Blackbird goes a bit deep behind him, but he's still got a pretty decent line through that corner. There's not much else to talk about here. Obviously, these two, unfortunately, were disconnected. Beaker retired the session on the track, but that looked like an actual spin at the final corner. Yeah, just not sure what was going on there at the end of things. Still Rose leads. We're not too surprised about that one. And yeah, let's see. Has Bluebird got the straight line speed once again? The other flag's actually out there. What's going on? Oh no, it's a small one. Unfortunately, sorry, he should be able to still get going in this race. He's not got any big issues with his tyres, I hope, either. Although he is on 15 lap old hard tyres. Those are going to be really crying out now. Same with Thomas' tyres, in fact, because now our Henson onto the outside, and Thomas is going to try and break late. Here's a little bit of contact, and I'm sure he doesn't mean it, but it's just going to be really hard now to get those tyres hauled on the anchors. And there you go, our Henson very close there. Blackbone licking his lips behind, surely, but he can't do much else about it. Thomas, incredibly defensive. Our Henson trying to find a switchback. He can't find one because Blackbone was still to his inside, and our Henson still in P5 at the minute. It's really unfortunate how he can't get past. But yeah, Thomas is still putting on a good defence, whether you like it or not. Bluebird as well, trying his best to maybe get past him in turn 1. He's going to think about a lunge. Nothing happening in a minute though. But let's actually see here. Blackbone quite close. And with a lot of battery to use as well. Let's see. Is he able to make any sorts of inroads here? No. But our Henson, ooh, very close. In fact, between him and our Henson. So a quick check with the small one again. Was what I was going to try and say, like where he rejoined. Potentially, I mean, yeah, if he makes a mistake, then potentially he is going to get passed by his teammate CJ Drama, potentially G Benny, but G Benny 15 seconds penalty. As long as he doesn't lose that much time, if with another mistake, he should be all okay. The only thing he probably should be happy about himself with is losing P7 to D-Kit, because that's a big one. And meanwhile, never mind, actually, Blackberry inside of our Henson. Our Henson will decide on the switchback. Can he get the power down? Not really. Let's see it, though. Has he got the straight line speed, though, to get back past the McLaren? He's right tucked in the slipstream there. Easy to be able to do it. Down to the outside they go now. Blackbone on the inside. Easy going to break too deep. He only just makes the corner. Our Henson trying his best to get the rear tyres to work, but he just can't at the minute. He's going to try once again, and he does manage to make it work this time. When he goes to the inside, he will go to the inside. Little bit touchy there between the pair of them, but they are just able there, our Henson in the end of things, to get it working, and he's made the move. And that is going to be a bit annoying for the small one there. D-Kit with another 3-second penalty. So, yeah, if he was able to stay ahead, he would have 100% been ahead now of D-Kit. Meanwhile, Bluebird and Pablos, these two have still been going at it this whole time. It's the final lap as well, so expecting all the stops to be pulled out now. Bluebird should be able to make this move with Pablos. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't. We've seen the difference in straight line speed between the pair of them this whole time in this race, and yeah, if he can't make it now, then Bluebird will have to be just kicking himself in a minute. Though, look at the pace that Pablos has got. Blackbird with another 3 second. That is going to be unfortunate for him, but he can't do much else about that now. We're going to look to the fight at the front of the minute, as Bluebird, we once again know, has got a lot of straight line speed in that Ferrari, but will it be enough to overturn the gap that he's got? Once again, this is provisional, because obviously there has been some issues with his ghosting. However, he's going to go to the outside, he breaks late, and he's going to find a way around the outside potentially. No, he doesn't. That was close, though. That was so close to Bluebird. He's got one more chance here to try and make a move done on Pablos. He's too far back, though, I think. Let's have a look. No, he's too far back. Thomas Hudson still going at it, but I think Rosie's going to come across the final few corners now. I'll try to make sure I've got eyes on everyone here. Hudson, will he go for a move? He will not, but Thomas defends it. Blackburn as well, getting very close there. But meanwhile, Rose has just crossed the line, and he is going to win here in Texas. Pablos goes across the P2. Thomas Hudson, both of them two still fighting with it. But Thomas actually has got a lot of battery to spare, but that's good for him. He can cruise now to the end of this race. He just needs to make sure he doesn't ruin the power. He doesn't ruin the power. And he's going to come across the line for P4. Lovely race from him. Our heads to P5. Blackburn P6. D-Kit and P7 in the end of things. And I think the small one here will take home P8. He started P2 in both races. Got to pole in both of them. Pretty much immediately off the line. And I think it was P8 in both races. So fair play to him. G. Benny, P9 after all of that. However, he will be getting passed here by Blood Diamond for that P9 spot. G. Benny actually might, though, be able to hold on here ahead of CJ Drama. I'll have to say W race. Don't blame him. P, whatever it was, I've forgotten what position it was, but yeah, good stuff from him. Good stuff. Go. There you go. And there you go. CJ Drama, a couple seconds back, has not managed to overturn the deficit there to G. Benny. Gabby will be one of the last ones to come across the line as the AI of just called Pillow. Who took fast up in the end? It was Gabby, so he does actually take a point off of Rose, but I'm sure he won't mind too much about that one in the end of things. These results are completely off. That's worrying me. Wait, hold on. Are these replaced round ones? No, they haven't. Wait, where are they gone? Oh, no, they're still getting collected. Oh my god, I thought they were ruined then. Anyway, yeah, brilliant race for everybody involved there. Rose with the win by the end of things, though. He should be well happy with himself on his return. And it might not be often we see Rose stand on the podium or win the race once again. But you'll know that whenever he races, he's got a damn good chance of it. He takes the win from Pablos and Bluebird. We don't know if any of that is going to change at the minute. But there you go. Driver of the day, most overtakes and race winner goes to him, with Gabby taking the fast up in the end. Rose as well, almost taking maximum points overall. But he's done damn good for where he was. That was a sprint race results once here. We'll give you one more quick look over it. There you go. And the full race results there. Rose takes the win from Pablos and Bluebird on the podium. Thomas P4, heads to P5, Blackburn P6, D-Kit P7, the small one in P8, Blood Diamond P9, G Benny P10, CJ Drama P11, Gabby P12 on fastest lap, Pillow P13, Kodo P14, Jemmy Sap P15, Alex P16, and Beaker P17. We'll go to the instance here. I'll try and run through all of these because there will be a lot of them. I'll actually go quicker than this, maybe. Oh no. I'll make sure I'm covering all by not going like way too fast. Right, there you go. We just managed to cover every single warning there. So if you want to try and count them all up and make sure you've got the right amount of warnings there, all that sort of stuff, then there you go. However, has the results now been saved? They have now been saved. Here we go. Let's try and give you a small update on the title stuff in a minute. Let's make sure everybody is correct, mainly. Let's have a quick look. G Benny needs to be implemented there. Gabby. Hold on a second. I mean, I'll have to take Cordoy's car out of that technically because he did do basically the whole race AI. Let me just make sure I'm changing all these. I want to make sure we got everything correct so we all know what the situation is. G Benny right there. Right. Let's have a quick look at these race results then. Fix those up. Right. There we go. We should be all good. Right. We have our updated driver standings here. At least provisionally, we might see an extra position being gained by drivers, some positions being lost. We don't know yet. But Blackburn still leads despite a bit of a horror show compared to his standards so far this season. He's on 88 points. Bluebird on 72 behind him. He's moved up 2 places. Our Hedson, though, still sticking pretty much with him, though, in P3 with 69 points. Alex falls 2 places with that DNF for 63 points only. Thomas at P5, though, claws up some time to him, though. Thomas on 60 there. Pavlos as well with that result goes up to 56 points. does pretty well in the sprint and the main race. Deakit, though, he stays at P7, Blood Diamond P8, and Rose, with that result alone, goes up to P9, ahead of Gabby in P10. We'll show you the constructors as well there. As, there you go, McLaren pull a bit more of a gap there with G. Betty finally scoring a few points on the McLaren team. Red Bull, though, are now up there a little bit. McLaren actually are on the over 100 point mark there on 114. Red Bull just below it there on 98. So I think we've got our two title contenders here, McLaren and Red Bull. Ferrari on 79 points in third. They jump up 3 places. Haas and P4 on 73. Racing Bulls down 3 on 69 points. Aston Martin P6 on 66 points. Mercedes P7 on 64. Williams P8 on 61. Sauber P9 on 40. And Alpine last everybody here on 31. But there we go. That was the first sprint back for a long damn while. And I'm pretty sure to say it's felt amazing to go back to a sprint race. And for that being a full wet one, that was incredible. Next up, though, we have got Silverstone Reverse. It has been an absolute banger the last time that we saw that one. And who knows, we might see something like that once again. We might see rain again there. We will never know. We've just got to wait until that next week. I'm Miss Cookie, though. This has been BRL Season 15, Round 4 at COTA. And I will be seeing you all next week. Goodbye.